Boom. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. I've got my coffee. I've got my electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Is that what electrolyte do you use?
I use some random company I found on Amazon.
Fuck yeah.
There's no sugar in it, but they flavor it with like citric acid, and so
nice.
It's nice and lemony.
Yep.
And it's like, and that's the only like post-workout drink that I need. Like, I don't do any of this fucking protein bullshit, any of these fucking BCA. Like, I eat fucking whole foods, and I get cramps. I get electrolytes, and like some B6 or whatever the fucking B vitamin is. That's it. Fucking, what am I trying to do with my muscles that I need fucking whey protein? What am I trying to do?
You're trying to get jacked.
Exactly. Like, sorry, I'm fucking good, man.
Yoked.
I am already like, look at this. I don't need more. Okay. Like, we are good. I don't need to be fucking Aquaman. And if I wanted to be Aquaman, I'll tell you what I wouldn't be doing: whey protein. Yeah. I'll tell you that. I'd be taking some whey tren. So I'd be taking some D-ball whey, maybe.
Eat, clean, train hard, baby.
Hard. And Navar give up.
I've actually never heard that one before. That's really good.
Anavar's the perfect CrossFit PED, in my opinion.
Yeah, that actually makes sense to me.
Yeah, you don't gain any like weight really. Yeah. So, and you just get in like nice strength gains. Not that I've done any research on like how to get better at things with drugs. I've never researched that at all.
Not once. I've especially never taken any of those personally.
Well, I've never taken a cycle.
Yeah.
Ever.
If I knew that for you.
If I had taken a cycle, I would look like Aquaman. So I wouldn't, like, once I got my natural testosterone levels taken, I was like, oh, I'm already on a mild cycle. It's called me. So and this isn't to judge people that have done cycles.
No, of course not.
I am totally ambivalent to like, or whatever is, I don't care. It's like, if you want to do it, go ahead. It's why do I want to do it?
Yep.
And generally, at least if people are anything like me, I want to do it because I'm like not okay with who I am. Yeah. That's it. I'm not okay. I don't think I'm okay. I think I'm imperfect or broken in some way. And you know what's gonna like make me better is bigger boobies and bigger muscles. Don't get me wrong. Looking in the mirror and liking what I see in the mirror, it's pretty great. I don't need drugs for that. Literally, all I need is a workout. If I'm like, I don't feel too good about it's like I just work out and then my entire mentality shifts. Yep. And I'm like, wow, I'm the sexiest man who has ever lived or worn a shirt. And it's like, it's amazing. Even if it's like, I'm in okay shape for me. It's like, I go for a run or I fucking do a hard workout and all of those endorphins are coursing through my body. And I'm like, look at this fucking Adonis in the mirror. Look at this. Oh my God. Especially when I turn just like this and I angle the lights this way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. At like 17% body fat, right? It's like, my whole entire point is it's an entirely internal conversation and mechanism that's going on. So the drugs, by all means, go get it and go get super jacked. Go look like fucking Superman, right? It's not going to take care of what's going on. Now, being jacked and having a healthy body certainly makes the transition a lot easier. So I'll tell you what, being like 400 pounds overweight, it's really tough to get those endorphins flowing in the same way and to feel the same way. I've never been 400 pounds overweight, but I've been 50 pounds overweight. It's hard. It's much harder. It's like being poor. Like you can be happy and be poor. Go talk to a monk, right? You can be content and be poor. It's just way harder. So look, and if you're the person who likes to play games on Nightmare, like by all means, man, go. I like story mode. I play story mode until it gets boring. And then I want to spice it up a little bit. How did we even get here? I don't know, from my electrolytes.
Yes.
And so I told you, like, strap in for a great session, man. We're going to go off on so many tangents. But I always say the same exact thing, regardless of the angle that we come from, is that it all comes back to me and my internal conversations, my internal stories, the thoughts that I have. That's all it all comes back to foundationally for anything. The wealth in my life, the romance in my life, the general well-being, it all stems back to the same root cause. And that is, what do I actually believe to be true? And what I believe to be true are some stories that I've concocted that I've decided consciously or actually unconsciously to believe. And the good news is that if I can train myself to believe one thing, I can train myself to believe another thing. It's called brainwashing. It's very effective. Oh, that sounds bad. Well, it's bad when I'm using it to like overthrow a fucking benevolent government or something like that. Or like convince people to do something they don't really want to do. But if it's to enhance my own life and it's also true, then why wouldn't I do that? I'm waiting. It's a hypothetical question, and I'm doing a dramatic pause to add charisma, a little sprinkle, a little charisma on it. It's like, of course I would. Oh, well, you're just telling yourself these. Yeah, that's what I do in the other direction. That's what the news does to me. That's what I do when I start complaining about stuff and how things aren't like the way that I want them to be, and how like this is the reason I can't do this thing, or the thing sucks this way, or I'm doing the same thing. It's just more commonplace. And we're just a world of enablers who also like, yeah, I agree with you. I will totally co-sign your bullshit story that you've told yourself as to why Becky sucks in the office. Or how all men only want one thing and it's disgusting. Well, you're true. Half of that is correct. Look, sex is awesome. Of course I want sex. Of course I want it. You do too. You do too. Everyone wants good sex. Well, I won't say everybody. I feel sad. I feel really, my heart goes out to the people who don't want that. Because I just feel like they haven't had sex that's good enough.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's pretty great. It's a pretty awesome thing. It's nothing new. Yeah, I got my purple fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is that for CrossFit?
Yeah, it's for really like any like fucking barbell that I pick up that's like with a relative frequency. My hands have become such little bitches in the past 12 months that I preemptively, I already tore up my hands once. And so as the calluses are reforming, the high friction area of my pinky and my thumb here, because I hook grip because I'm not Bepega. If you're not hook gripping and you're doing an Olympic weightlifting movement, just to take all of the weight off of the bar and do not add weight to it until you hook grip and stop being a bitch. Period. Full stop. We're not doing high rep of fucking forearm curls. Okay. We're trying to move some weight on a barbell. Let's fucking go. Oh, my thumbs hurt.
So sad. It's so sad.
My favorite question is like, how do I prevent the bar from like hitting my chin when I'm doing like a jerk or any move, any Olympic movement? And I'm like, don't worry about it. If you hit your chin, you'll never do it again. It's like sometimes the best method of learning is feeling the pain and then learning to just not do that again. And then being scared. My favorite part about lifting, or really any weightlifting really, is this weight is kind of scary. I'm actually intimidated by this weight that I like don't want to lift this weight right now. I'm scared too. And then fucking do it, regardless of if I fucking make the weight or not, right? Actually get it. Like, did I fucking kind of pussyfoot that a little bit because I was scared I wasn't going to catch it? Or did I actually fucking dig in and like, boom, then all right, cool. I've won. That's like a checkbox.
I think that's the best.
There was I'm going to cut you off.
I know.
And then there was this, I love being reminded of stuff that I have not thought of in a long time, or I had forgotten, and it was celebrating not celebrating results, but celebrating like the steps within my control. So as an example, it's not like, oh, this girl went out with me, or I went out with this hot girl, right? That's not her saying yes is not within my control. Like, I can influence, I can, do a bunch of stuff to like increase the odds, but at the end of the day, it's her decision and my decision together. But I can certainly control how many hot women I talk to and ask, right? And celebrating those tiny little things. So it's not like I don't celebrate cleaning 315. That's not within my control. I can't just go in one day and be like, I'm cleaning 315 today. If yesterday my max was 155, that is there's an outside of my control. Yeah. What I can control is my programming and showing up and doing the work. Yeah. So it's doing the workout. That I can control. I can't control if I'm scared of the weight. I'm going to feel that instinct and I'm just going to be scared. Okay, now what do I do? I can't even control if I'm aware of it. So if I've done practice and I now am aware of it, okay, cool, that's happened. Now I have a choice. Celebrating those things. We're a tendency to focus on results and on outcomes, oh, I'm a millionaire, or, oh, I've saved, like, those are all great. That by all means celebrate them. It's really cool. People love the after photo. They don't celebrate as, oh, like, did I do the internal work today to be okay with the food, to be okay with my body? Did I meditate today? Did I do the things that I know help engender emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being? These are the things within my control, and celebrating those wins. It's the path. It's the journey. Fucking align my chakras and fucking, let's get a fucking Japanese tattoo on the back on my lower back. But yeah, it's cliche for a reason. Is falling in love with the process, celebrating the process. Oh, I haven't had my pee-pee touched in a long time. I'm sad. Well, bro, how many fucking women do you see in a day? Is it 0? Well, then you're not gonna fuck. Don't know what to tell you. It's just how it works. I'm pretty sure if you were an agent for a modeling agency and you were just around beautiful women all day, you would probably have sex more often. Right? Just like if I hang out with a bunch of really strong people, I'm probably going to be stronger than the average person. We've brought up like 75 different topics, but they all distill down into one thing, maybe 2 things. As my thoughts eventually become my actions, which eventually come my results. And the reason I like the work that you and I do so much is we get to narrow down the results we really want. Like the capital R and W really want what results and wants. Meaning I could want the fucking $1 million and the fucking super hot whatever, or the fucking car and all these things. And all of those don't matter at all. Could have a fucking successful company, whatever the fuck it is. And they're all a distraction from what I'm genuinely, and generally really wanting, which is a sense of contentment and well-being with my life. Cart, horse, cart. Feel good. Now what do I want? And it might be the super hot fucking wife and the fucking big company. But now I already fucking feel good. So all this stuff is way easier.
Yeah.
So tell you what, you get the fucking dope ass company and the fucking super hot girlfriend. Like those things coming from a foundation of feeling like shit are going to turn to dust. Even if it's a fucking $1 billion company, all right, and a fucking complete smoke show, it's gonna feel like shit. Like breeds like, momentum breeds momentum. We all know the fucking trope of the super fucking miserable, successful person. Money doesn't buy happiness, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I could do both at the same time. It's not saying like I can't go pursue those things and also pursue contentedness and well-being, but I want to know what my North Star is, what the foundation is. So I don't get mishmashed and crisscrossed. Be like, oh, well, the well-being stuff can like I can wait on that. And it's why I don't drink. It's foundation. It's foundational to my spiritual and emotional well-being. This isn't a prescription for other people. It's a prescription for me. I just know that about myself. I think I am done. So, dude, tell me about your week. I told you, man. I was coming back from a workout, dude, at a new gym, and it was really, this gym's awesome. There are a bunch of really great people. I don't know if I'll join. This is really funny. I say that now because it's a great gym. It's fucking huge. Everyone's super nice. I was doing the work. It's really funny. So I go in there, no one knows me. The coach is there. I've got like a jacket on and a hat. It's cold as fuck. Because none of these gyms have like any HVAC systems because they're all in like warehouses in an industrial part of town, which I fucking love. And it's like, have you ever done CrossFit before? And this is my favorite. It's my favorite. I'm like, yeah, once or twice, maybe. Which is the best. I love, and it's not like I'm in some amazing shape. I legit haven't done CrossFit for real in like a year, maybe longer because of the pandemic. And then, dude, everyone there is like I actually really like this kind of style of gym where like every woman in there is fucking yoked. They're all like ex-gymnasts that got into and they're all just fucking beasts. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. And so I'm cruising along. I'm actually doing way better in the workout than I thought I was going to be doing. And I think one advantage I have over people who haven't been doing it as long is I am really good at pacing at work. Like give me the kind of like mix of shit to do. I know exactly where to put the effort and where to like rest. And so I'm on the rower. It starts with the rower and there are people just fucking like busting out. And I'm like, have fun getting your heart rate up to like 170, 180 for literally to save 5 seconds in this workout. You're going to eat shit now once we get into the barbell movements. Yeah. So we're going along and we get to like the last like 15% of the workout. And I'm like neck and neck with one of these women who technically is beating me because they were doing the same calories that we were doing on the rower. So she's like smoking me basically because it's like the amount of power I can output as a 6 foot tall, like 170-pound dude, and she's like 5'2", like she's smoking me. But anyway, we're as far as like the timing is go, like we're on the same pace. And then she's like, all right, dude, it's we're like 5 5 5. So it's like we're gonna do 3 sets of 5 of this thing. I'm like, fuck. Now I have to race this fucking girl. God damn it. And just because I'm like, you're gonna beat me because I don't want to win. I don't care if I win, but I will do 5 5 5. But that I just love that vibe of like, you're new, but it's like, okay, we're on the same level right now, so let's fucking motivate each other. I fucking love that. That's like, I can totally get down with that attitude. It's not like, oh, I'm fucking so good at this, like I'm gonna fucking like not look at you and like my shit doesn't stink kind of gym, which I've definitely belonged to before.
Yeah.
And it was just super fun. And so do the workout, and then I fucking, I've got a bunch of caffeine in me. I got a new hat from the gym,
I didn't stand a chance.
No, you didn't. You're not gonna say like 3 things. Like if anyone ever commented on these videos, it'd be like, please let Jordan talk. This is for him, and this is his time. And these words are for you, Jordan. They're for you.
I know.
They're all for you. No, they're for me too. So I knew when I was driving back and just blasting music, and I was like, oh, Jordan's in for it today, man. He's super in for it. Oh man. Uh-oh. It's coming in. You're lucky I had my shirt on. So this really cute woman. Oh my God. Totally out of my comfort zone. So great. Doesn't even matter if anything happens. I don't care. It's just like, it was just fun just to ask out a really beautiful woman. Oh. See her Wednesday. Maybe not. Dude. Don't know. Doesn't matter. The steps. What's in my control? Could ask her out. She could show up, not show up. Don't care. That's not entirely true. I'll be sad if she doesn't show up. Yeah. I'll be sad. I'll shed one Native American tear. One Native American tear, and then I'll be like, then I'll masturbate.
And you'll be good to go.
No, I'll still be sad. And then that will fade over time, and it'll be okay. I'll ask somebody else out. Because if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. In all things. In all things. Is your job a fuck yes? Are your relationships a fuck yes? What are we doing here? Everything else is just settling. It's just being dishonest with myself and what I'm really wanting. Right? Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Oh, but like, because then at some level, what I'm buying into is a story that we come across of all the time is I can't have what I want. When I go out to eat, I'm like, I want to go to this restaurant. Am I like, I want to have an okay meal? That is my intention. I intend to go have food that tastes fine. Sometimes, yeah, if I'm hungry, I don't give a fuck. I just want food and I don't care. I want satiation. Why would I eat food that is not delicious? Why would I have bad sex? It's actually not possible. It's not possible. It's either amazing sex or no sex. If the vibe isn't there, I just don't have the sex. It's just like, it's okay. Or if I just won't have bad sex. It's a decision to be made. They say it takes 2 to tango, not with me. I'm enough for both of us. Oh, I'm being playful here. I'm being playful, but your week. I do want to get into like the brass tacks.
Yep.
So yeah, but all of these things I'm saying, it's like these feelings that I'm having right now in this moment, they're not a mistake. We have a choice over the actions that we take once we've started doing this work. If I'm on autopilot, I have no idea how any of this stuff. I kind of don't have a choice. But once we've learned kind of the tricks of the trade, we kind of do. We know it works, right? We know it works. We show up to this stuff. We do our mental, physical, spiritual work, whatever that looks like for you, meditation, yoga, working out, being in community, being of service. That's a big one. That's the biggest one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
By far. We do all those things. We be gentle with ourselves when we do them imperfectly, because we will. And we rinse and repeat day in and day out. Sorry, I'm just taking the cocaine out of my nose. Oh, that's the other trick. That's the other, I forgot to mention that one.
Mountains of cocaine.
Just piles of it. Just piles of it. As much as you can take, as much as you can afford.
Yeah, if I can't bury my face in the mountain of cocaine, it's not nearly enough.
Exactly. Scarface, that's like noob shit. That's baseline. So, yeah, I want to hear. So, in that vein, I want to hear like your.
In that vein of cocaine mountains, please tell me about your
I meant about the routines.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So this week routine looked a little bit different, only because I got color on my tattoo. So the like physical aspect was go for walks and chill the fuck out. For most.
I'm hearing excuses. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes. Like, I'm pretty sure I lost my man card on day one of not fucking shit up. It was super.
What a letdown.
So sad.
What a failure.
So sad.
I don't know if I can continue this work with you.
I'm pretty sure I probably lost like 3 grams of muscle over the course of that week, and it's unacceptable.
I can tell.
Yeah. Look completely different.
Completely different. You're like a different human.
Yeah, as far as like the jokes aside, routine goes, make my bed, shower, get some breakfast made, some coffee made, do those 2 things, meditate after that. Been doing just still keeping up with waking up. And then I'll sit on the couch and read with Hattie for a while.
What are you reading?
Right now I'm reading Hardcore Zen, which is probably my favorite. It's my favorite nonfiction book.
What do you like about it?
Yeah, it's a guy named Brad Warner. He's like a marginally famous punk rock musician and gave that up to move to Japan, became an ordained Buddhist priest, got his like, what I love most about it is he got everything he ever wanted. Like, to the T, he got his dream. He got his dream job at his dream company that he had wanted since he was a little kid. He like married this super hot Japanese girl, like literally everything you could think of. And of course, it's in no way, shape, or form aligned with what I like.
Book. Yeah.
What's funny is I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've read it. And the first time it was given to me by somebody else was like pre-Weeb Jordan. So it's very fun. Pre-Weeb.
Oh, Weeb. I was like, when did you have a Weeb?
So it's really fun to read it now and see so many of the similarities. But what I love about it is just there's so many parallels that he draws to what we talk about. And he talks about it in almost the exact same way. And it's rather than a self-help book, it is a description of his path towards getting everything he wanted and seeing like that's not where the juice was. And one of my favorite segments out of it is his teacher. He has like an experience during one of his meditations where he sees the thing, right? Whatever the thing is, he sees enlightenment, he sees the universe, et cetera, et cetera. And he goes to tell his teacher about it. And his teacher basically is like, it sounds like you had a weird fucking dream. I wouldn't put any stock in that whatsoever. Like basically just shits on his idea of enlightenment. And he's all twerked about it. He's all butthurt. He's like, no, he doesn't get it. I saw the thing. I have this thing. He just doesn't have it, et cetera, et cetera. And then fast forward a few months and he's eating a peach and he kind of gets that same thing, but it's from like seeing the beauty and appreciating this moment of eating this peach and like everything that happened to allow him to do that. And so then he emails his teacher again. He's like, you were right. Enlightenment is actually a peach. And his instructor or teacher emails him back. He's like, now you're onto something. It's a phenomenal book.
I've got to read it. It sounds great. It's a nice sign that you've like. So I love that like pre-weeb Jordan. It's like encountering these things. I don't know if maybe you've noticed this, but certain things make different sense depending on where I am in my life.
Absolutely.
And other things like they just totally go over my head. I'm at a completely different frequency and I'm not even picking it up. It makes no sense. It's like, And then once we get plugged in, we're vibrating on that frequency. It's like tuning into 95.5 smooth enlightenment jazz. And then it's like, oh shit. That makes so much sense. Ding, 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 ding. Resonates. Yep. And then like, this person I used to enjoy spending time with this person fucking 5 years ago, but I don't like spending time with this person at all. And this doesn't mean this person is bad or they suck or they're like bad people. It's just like, I don't vibrate with this person anymore. Whoa. Super weird to go back to like old friends, like I haven't seen in like years. I'm like, oh shit. Like I love you, but I don't think I like you anymore. Yeah. Like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we just don't. It's. That's why I like ingesting stuff. And it's like here, because in my experience, it's all just seems like the same shit, but in just different words and from different angles. All right, so reading, meditation, some light movement while you're recovering from some sweet color. Yeah, what else?
Yeah, work's going well. Been feeling as if I am no longer just the highest paid documentation writer in the world. I'm like getting to do some interesting stuff again, which has been super fun. And yeah, really got visited a couple times by the old friend of like food and body stuff. And it was interesting to me that came up during a week of not being able to move, right? Or choosing rather to not move to heal this tattoo. And it was indicative to me of like, maybe I haven't been looking as closely at this as I thought I was. Or like being nearly as in tune with this as I thought I was. So it was a great opportunity to keep practicing that.
What do you like? Be specific.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, nothing like there was not like a overeating event or just there was little stuff like walk past the mirror or like see like looking in the mirror more often or like maybe I shouldn't eat this because I didn't exercise today or just like little restriction stories or little like this just just little stuff. It's kind of noodling its way in. And
well, yeah, it's not like it's just there.
Yeah.
And they are going to be there.
Yeah.
They are a part of me. That's okay. So great awareness on observing them. Mm-hmm. Again, it's not like I don't have control over those automatic thoughts. They're going to happen. I am a human. I have a wide range of emotions available to me. I can influence them dramatically in my day-to-day. And inevitably, there will be something that comes up at some point in time. Sometimes it seemingly comes out of nowhere. Sometimes there's a thing I can point to and go, this is where that came from. Regardless, once we start doing the work and understand this, I do have control over my response to this thing. Not necessarily my emotional response. I might feel weird about it. I don't have control over that. But now I can do something. And just being aware of it and being like, okay, hello, old friend. Hi. And replacing it with one that works a bit better, or just noticing it is enough. And then I go buy an entire cake and I eat the whole thing. Yeah, I can eat whatever the fuck I want at any time. And I can have as much of it as I want at any time. Period, full stop. Now, it generally feels better to eat until I'm full and eat nice whole foods. Generally. And sometimes it's nice to have 5 cookies. That's also okay. Our ancestors would be so jealous. They'd be like, what is this thing that you have where you're like, don't want to eat this amazing, abundant food? This is so weird of you. I don't care about what my body looks like. We're all naked all of the time. And we all smelled like shit. Oh man, it must have been so grody back then. Jesus.
Oh, dude.
So nasty.
So gross.
They don't care. No baby comes out being like, oh man, I'm so fat. I got to take care of these baby rolls. Got to trim down. Got to get this. Got to get some ab etchings. Can't wait for puberty. It's just chilling. It's like, let me get some of that sweet milk. It's all just fucking stories.
Yeah, that's definitely been my experience of this last weekend. More generally, I think of the like, there is the it's funny. Like, I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I'll start sharing this story. I'm like, that's kind of that's a bullshit story. Like, and just like not even wanting to do it anymore.
And the point is, it's not to stop having them. It's an acknowledgement that I have them. They will happen. Like we have fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of automatic thoughts a day. The work that we do shifts them into a direction that just feels way better. Yeah. And some of those thousands and thousands of thoughts are going to be ones that don't feel so great. And then when I acknowledge them, I'm like, oh, there you are. I shine some light on them. Oh, oh, you found me. I was like, yeah, bitch, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have this cookie? How?
It's.
Oh, I shouldn't go talk to this beautiful woman? Sorry. Oops. Come on, buddy, come with me. No! I'm melting. Oh, the weight is too heavy. Oh, really? Oh, well, enjoy this fucking metal music because I'm about to fucking attempt it. I hope you like Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson. 27 seconds in is I start the descent. So by 31, I'm on the explode as soon as that fucking drops.
I actually don't think I've ever heard that song, as an aside.
So Sweet Dreams, it starts out super slow.
Yeah.
And then it just fucking rages.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact fucking seconds.
Yeah.
But there's a nice, it's nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice. And then that's when I come out of the hole. Adds 10% to your lift, guaranteed.
Science.
It's super simple. And then I can listen to it and also go, you know what? Okay. And that's also completely fucking fine. Because there's like a granddaddy demon that's like, oh, and then you listen to this and now you're a fucking bitch. Or you're not, look at you. You're not like, not enough. That's like a meta story. It's like a story of stories. Like, come on, bud.
Turtles all the way down.
All the way down. So yeah, I think it's important, like so much of like personal, it's all like rah shit all the time. And like, I get it. It has its purpose. But balance in all things. Now there's a tendency for folks to like get caught up in the story and like, oh, this thing happened and this is why it's bad. And then we'll just stop that right there in its tracks. Like we won't, I'm not going to enable and like co-sign this story. Nope. You experienced that a ton in the beginning when I would just not let you talk for other reasons. And I feel free to borrow that strategy with your guys. It's like if they go off on something like, no, sorry.
I use that.
We're not listening to this at all.
All the fucking time.
You've already said this a million times.
Yeah.
We don't need to say this anymore in this moment in time. It's time to feel better. But like just focusing on the right, it's like what they're hiding from it. It's like, no, man, but all the like the whole picture, the whole thing. Accepting them, they're a part of me, and it's totally fucking fine. They will always be a part of me. I don't want to get rid of them forever. What? Why would you not want to get rid of them forever?
They're such useful teachers.
They are. I don't have to learn from them all the time like I used to. Right? Games are fun because they have limitations. Going out with like a hot girl is scary. It's the reason it's fucking fun is because it's fucking scary. For me, maybe for other people, they're not intimidated at all by beautiful women. Good for you.
See, it's funny. Like that's how I've always looked at you. Like that is the story I wrote about you in my head. It's like, oh, he just fucking goes and does it. He's fine. He doesn't even think about it.
No. No. In my mind, if I have pictured them as cute or like above average or whatever, it's much like, yeah, it's no problem. But if I have put them on some pedestal of like, oh, they're like super attractive, then much harder for me. Just a story. Other guys don't give a fuck. Good for them. But part of the reason it's so fun is because it's super. If you just go out and just fuck anybody at any time, it's super boring. It's not that fun. Games are fun because there are boundaries and rules to the game. If Monopoly, everyone has infinity money in Monopoly. Yay. Snooze. Why would I play that game? It's boring. Jiu-jitsu is fucking fun because it's a little fucking scary.
Yeah. Facts.
It's like, oh, we're both trying to fake murder each other. This is awesome.
It is. God damn it. I love that sport so much. I love it so much.
All right, we got time for one of them. Let's get into it.
This is actually, it's a real-time one. So I actually did my real homework this time. But give me 1 second to pee, and then we will do that.
All right, I'll give you 7.
Okay, start counting. Okay. I don't know. Do you want to just do it verbally, or do you want me to type it out while we do it?
I would like you to just do it verbally. So you like just go into your mind and go through. I won't give you any hints or tips. And then just go through it.
Sweet. Yeah, this was one I didn't want to do. And then we're gonna do it anyway.
Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, dude. I know.
Those are.
I know. So last night, probably my oldest friend that I still have was in town. I met her in 5th grade, which because of how often I moved.
Is this a friend or is this a friend?
It's a friend, like just straight up friend.
Okay.
And so I met up with her and her boyfriend last night to catch. Dude, I hadn't fucking seen her in 13 years. Like super excited. Where the resentment comes in is, I think I had like 4 drinks over 5 hours. So like totally comfortable amount of intake for me. What didn't feel good was when I was driving home and then I started texting and driving after I had been drinking for the last few hours. Like one of those things, I would not like to do either one of those things individually. Doing them together, in hindsight, I'm like
texting and driving.
Yeah,
or
I don't
drinking
like
and driving.
Both are not things I would like to be doing, especially not together. And both while it was happening, I was like, dude, fucking put your phone away. Put your fucking phone away. Like, it's fine. None of this is important. Just get home. And obviously got home safe, got home sound. Thank God, thank the powers that be. But then I woke up this morning and that's where the resentment set in. Is like, the resentment is against myself for texting and driving after having been drinking earlier in the night. And like why that's fucking stupid. And
okay, so what's the resentment? I know you just said it, but let's.
Yep. It is against myself for texting and driving after drinking.
Okay. Next.
Yep. Story is like, what if, like, don't be a fucking idiot, basically. Like, you could have put yourself at risk. You were putting others at risk. And this is true even just texting and driving in general, right? But like, this is a conscious choice to do something that I don't look at as important. Nothing on my phone needs to happen right then and right there. And like, yeah, it just feels fucking stupid. Like I feel stupid for having chosen to do that. Your face looks very confused.
So there's the bunch of like, I shouldn't have done this stuff. Yeah. Doesn't give me the story at all. So the resentment is the thing that like, so the I shouldn't have done this is the like kind of mea culpa. It's like the guilt of like, don't do this again.
Yeah.
Yes. That's in my opinion, in this situation, that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do this thing.
Yeah.
That I know to be bad. That's not the resentment story.
Yeah.
The resentment story is like the thing that I tell myself that I feel bad about.
Oh yeah. I obviously I know this logically. I know that is the next step of this process.
But that's the story. So I want to hear the story.
Yeah.
Give me the story, man. What's the story? Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. The story is like waking up this morning and being like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, what kind of piece of shit, especially one who like does this stuff.
There we go.
Right? Like teaches it to other people.
Keep going. Keep going. Yep.
Like behaved in a particularly unskillful way. Right. And it's like,
oh, why are we using terms like unskillful, bro? Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Behaved like a jackass.
There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Keep going.
And like, what if I hadn't gotten home safe? Right? Like, why set myself on the trajectory that I'm on, which is one that for me feels really good, that I'm super proud of and enjoying, and then choose to just throw it away with something like that. It's fucking stupid. It's very stupid.
Okay. I give your story a 6 out of 10. But we got when we're starting to like what a jackass, I'm such an idiot. And then you started using like the woo-woo words that we use. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. That's not where that doesn't go in the story place. It's not like after the fact, once I've thought about it and then done the resentment work, and then I can use the like gentle words that aren't the bullshit resentment story. Like I don't use terms like unskillful and then feel sad about myself or feel resentful towards myself. I use the words unskillful to not repeat the bullshit story, which is what we're trying to uncover here.
Yeah. I think that's like I had already started troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is not the right word, but like I had already gone through this morning. Yeah, like in real time, right? Like this is very close to real time. It's only a few hours removed, but like I walked myself through this already a bit.
So we were on point with like, I'm an idiot. I'm an asshole. Like, I could have died. I'm a fucking idiot. Only a jackass would fucking text and drive. I'm a piece of shit for doing it. Yada, yada, yada. We touched a little bit of that. So I'll move it to a 6.5. So you are technically passing. D minus. Okay, what's next?
Yeah. The facts was I was texting and driving.
Yes. Next.
Yeah. Affects my ambitions. Like I have an expectation of myself to not be a jackass and behave in this way and do like unsafe things. And then I chose to do them anyway. Safety is in jeopardy, obviously. Like you get in an accident, you might hurt somebody else, you might hurt yourself. Pocketbook, same thing. You might get in an accident, and then you got to pay for your car. You got to fix these things.
Yep. Or someone else's car.
Or someone else's
or
car.
the state's property.
Or there's just something you can't fix, right? Like no amount of money is you can throw at.
Well, that's not pocketbook anymore.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's more, I guess, fear probably.
Well, let's keep going. Let's go through the rest of them.
Yeah. Personal relationships. There is this, I was thinking about it in the context of my guys, right? It's like, if I'm going to choose to act in this way, like, do I really have the right to help other people try and do things better or act more skillfully when there are times where I do not?
Well, yeah. I want you to remember what you just said for later. Continue.
Yeah. Trying to think what else. Self-esteem for sure, right? Like, does not, if I esteem myself to be somebody who more often than not behaves in a way that feels pretty good and like makes decisions that I'm proud of, this would not be one of them. So that feels bad. Very easy to start beating myself up about that. And pride, natural extension of that too, right? Like, not going to start calling home and be like, never going to believe what I did.
Anything else?
I think the only one left is sexual relationships, and I don't think I really see that one here.
Okay. Selfishness.
It's like clearly whatever was happening on my phone was more important than ensuring the safety of myself and others. And like my circumstances matter more.
Yep. That's a good one. And then I want you to go, it's not deeper, but it's another lane in selfishness. And remember I said for you to pin something for later.
Yep.
That's a hint right there.
Yeah. It was about the like, it's the like beating up of myself over this thing, right? Like I can no longer, or I'm supposed to be perfect. And if I'm not perfect, like I can't do this work for other people or like just be a good person at all.
Bingo. Exactly. I'm not a guru, man. I'm not a guru. I tell my guys it all the time. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm a normal fucking dude who was lucky enough to be taught some cool stuff. And none of this shit is my stuff, is from me. People way smarter, way more spiritual, way more enlightened than me came up with it way before I ever fucking encountered it. And all I'm doing is showing you what I did that I found worked for me. That's it. Also, please worship me. Right? Honesty. Now, the nice thing is that the thing that's a bit different about this particular resentment is that, like, I would argue that all of these things of being like, I don't want to behave this way are actually absolutely like, yes.
Yeah, agreed. The difference is when it becomes, there's a line there between like, oh, this is evidence to how I don't want to behave in the future. Noted. Let's not do that anymore.
Exactly.
And then it crosses over into you're such a piece of shit. You can never recover from this. This is over. This is proof of all the things you can never do right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Exactly. Exactly. Like the guilt and shame, like they exist for a reason. Like evolutionarily, it was like, don't do these things. That's why they're there. Stop fucking reminding me of things, Watch. I'm trying to fucking talk to my fucking dude, and I don't fucking on for 1 hour. There we go. Like, I don't need to stand, bro. I'm fine. Fucking shut up. It's funny. I'll get a if I'm jerking off with my left hand, I'll get like, good job at washing your hands, and I'm just like, that's hysterical.
That is not what is happening.
It's like the opposite.
Yeah, literal opposite.
I need to wash my hands now. So yeah, kids, plug your ears. This is not for children. Good thing I'm not monetizing any of these. Yeah.
An algorithm shooting you straight down.
So yeah, when they get into resentment territory is like when they become like some script and they navigate from like useful reminders of like how I don't want to be in the world to like, oh, I now hate myself because this is who I am.
Yep.
No, I made a mistake and there was poor judgment. Now I get to learn from this thing. I am an imperfect human. I will make mistakes. And now I get to not do it again. And now I have some evidence. It's like, oh yeah, that felt like shit. Nope. Thank you. Very different things. Very different things. They can both have the same outcome, which is I don't do them again. But one is like, I feel like shit about myself. And the other is like, this is a teachable moment. Okay. Dishonesty.
Yep. Yeah. Like I am forever like, I'm supposed to be perfect, right? I think is a dishonesty there.
Mm-hmm.
There is no, like, once I make one mistake, that's it. There is no recovering from that.
I would rephrase that a bit. You're on the right like thread.
Okay.
And it is my belief that you're already perfect as you are. And I can also make mistakes and be perfect. Part of my beautiful perfection is that I am a bumbling ape in this world. I'm just a perfect bumbling ape and I will make mistakes. Those two things I can hold in my head at the same time. I'm whole, perfect, and complete as I am. And I am a bumbling ape that makes mistakes. And that's okay. Making a mistake does not imply imperfection. It's part of the design. I'm not omnipotent. and omniscient. But I am whole and complete and perfect as I am. And part of that whole and completeness is me learning from the things that I screw up, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, so there's one. What else?
Yeah, I think the crux of the biscuit, at least for me, is like the texting and driving is the main problem here, or like the only problem. Like, it was just like I was in a place physically where like I could have gone. The smartest decision probably would have been to like get someone else to drive me home, right? But like there's, I think the lie here, one of the lies here is like that's not the problem. The problem is the texting. If that makes sense.
The lie is that the texting is the problem?
Was the only problem.
Well, yeah.
Or like was the main problem.
Okay. Let's go a little, let's go deeper. What else?
Yeah, like whatever was happening on my phone is important enough to check while I'm driving. Dishonesty.
Keep going.
Like I am unworthy of teaching other people. as a result of
Yep.
doing this once. Trying to think what else here. Yeah, like I am a piece of shit or a
there
jackass.
It is.
Yeah.
Yay. Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yep. I've done a thing I don't want to do, and now I am a piece of shit. Like, there you go. That is my immutable state. And I'm just that. Righty. What's the next one?
That's a good question.
Non-dishonesty. What's the next?
Fear. And the fear here is like, yeah, what if something had happened and you or yourself, you or others were hurt, and then like your life goes to hell in a handbasket, and whether it's financially or just not getting to live and breathe anymore, or other repercussions, like whatever the fuck it might have been, is just gone forever now, and or could have been gone forever. Again, like somewhat reasonable fear to have, I think. I think maybe one of the other fear is like, oh, if I've done this once, like I am the type of person who could do it over and over again, and maybe like I don't learn, or yeah, there's a fear of like, oh, I'm going to talk to Andrew about this. What if he judges me for like behaving in this way?
I like that one.
Yeah.
So like the fear of like, I could die from doing this.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Like that's one that I would not put on the resentment list.
Yeah.
Because that is one that is actually really useful. So it's like, there's a fear that there is a lion that's going to eat me when there's a fucking lion in front of me. That is useful.
Yeah.
Right? There's a fucking tiger over there. Holy shit. Now I've got a fear that is useful to me. This is no longer a story in my mind that's trying to keep me alive. This is an actual thing that's happening that's trying to keep me alive. Thank you, fear. That's what you're there for. Not, oh my God, this girl has a nice ass. Now but that's like, and then it transforms into a lion, and now I'm scared and I can't talk. I'm not going to die. Her ass isn't going to kill me. Well, it might.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't know these things.
Depends, right? Yeah. So those I would put in the useful, skillful fear column. These are trying to keep me alive. Don't text and drive. Fucking dumb move. Yeah. What are the fears that aren't so great? Yeah. Aren't so skillful.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's the like, oh yeah, other people are going to judge me. I have lost my ability to make skillful choices in aggregate, or like, this is proof that I have learned nothing. I am nothing. I am piece of shit, jackass, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. What like, and you're a piece of shit now, right? So like
forever. Yeah.
What happens to a piece of shit?
Oh yeah. All the things that I want are now gone.
Which are what? What are these things that you want that are now gone? Let's get specific here, man.
Yeah. Like, oh, you want to go move to Japan? Can't do that if you're dead. You want to keep teaching other guys this stuff? Can't do that if you're dead. You want to keep like hanging out with your dog? Can't do that if you're dead. Like,
again, I like that's in the useful column, fear. Like, you could die when you do this, so don't do these things. And that's actually a reasonable, like, don't fucking text and drive. It's fucking dumb. You could die. Like, again, these are all useful. Yeah. What happens to pieces of shit?
Oh yeah. They get
that are alive.
They get what's coming to them in one way or another. Like, there is going to be some karmic.
How many parties does a piece of shit get invited to?
Oh, 0.
How many friends does a piece of shit have?
0.
What kind of girlfriend does a piece of shit have?
0.
What kind of job does a piece of shit have?
He doesn't.
Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Oh, can a piece of shit stop being a piece of shit?
No.
Exactly. So there, that's where I'm going. Like this is a really interesting resentment because this is like, we have to peel away the parts of us where it's actually really useful to be like, I'm trying to keep you alive. And this is actually a real thing that I want to listen to because I'm trying to keep you alive. Like, oh, maybe like buckle your bungee cord belt, right? That's like, yeah, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay. That's right. Yeah, I want to be alive. The next one, which is I have made a mistake, therefore I'm this piece of shit, and this is evidence of my innate piece of shittedness. And then therefore I can like never have the things that I want, the relationships that I want, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That, no thanks, bud. I'm good. That makes sense?
It does totally make sense.
So yeah, you picked like an advanced one, which is really good. Yeah. Don't text and drive. You dingleberry.
That's pretty fucking easy in hindsight.
Yeah. Well, don't drink, text and drive.
Yeah.
So even worse. Yeah, and I don't judge you at all whatsoever. That would be the pot calling the kettle black as far as bad decisions in a car. So I think I have beat you in that one. Made some good decisions in a car too, but
yeah.
But we are
we are way over. Thank you
over
for taking
time,
extra
sir.
time.
But great work. We're going to continue practicing resentments in the brain. So you've gotten them typed out pretty good.
Yeah.
We're going to do it in the mind again. So we're going to
cool.
Come up with one. All right. And what we're also doing, what this is also like a wax on, wax off experience, which I'm now is just like, now that I've given you a task, especially for Jordan, who just loves tasks. Oh, I have a task. I'm going to do the task. And I'm not just going to do this task. I'm going to do 10 tasks.
Do so many tasks.
I'm going to do so many tasks. I'm going to check every box. I'm going to make more boxes to check as well. And then those boxes are going to have bullet points, and I'm going to cross out the bullet points. Oh, people are getting jobs in mod 4. Well, I'm going to get jobs in mod 2. So there you go. I'm not even going to go to Turin. I'm just going to get a job in tech without any experience. Yeah, exactly. That's just how it's going to work. Oh, yeah. Oh, you graduated. Oh, interesting. I didn't graduate this because I just already got a job in tech.
Actually, if you were a real boy, you would have done both like I did.
Ah, there it is. There's my man. There's my man. There he is. What it's also doing, wax on, wax off, is it is focusing your awareness on the resentments when they crop up.
Yeah.
So we mentioned like we have these thousands of unconscious. We're pulling it out of the unconscious into the conscious and bringing awareness to them. Yeah. Which is, I'm stressing this and I'm having a dramatic pause because this is really powerful. This is how the stories shift. When they stop running on autopilot and they and they come to the surface,
yeah,
they lose a tremendous amount of power just from the act of becoming aware of them. That's almost all that's needed, because they're just ridiculous. They're hysterical. They're like, look at this little adorable thing. Let's just look at you. I love that like thing in my brain. I'm picturing like, I don't know if you've seen The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
And like the poor unfortunate souls that Ursula.
Yeah.
That's how I'm like picturing the stories going like. That's how I picture it. And then I'm just like Ursula, and I'm just like, see them. But keep crushing it. Super psyched for you, as I always am. You're doing a fucking awesome job. We're gonna fucking continue to do an awesome job. We're gonna practice doing it in the moment as they happen. Thumbs up. One purple thumbs up. All right, 2 purple thumbs up. And fuck yeah.
And pinkies.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.